Hello, everyone. How's it going? Welcome back to another Watch with Nordic live commentary stream here today. We have a good one here tonight, as always, between the Toronto Maple Leafs and the Columbus Blue Jackets here. So we're finally back streaming the Columbus Blue Jackets. I promised Blue Jackets fans I would get a stream in for them at some point this month, and it was the last night of streams for the year, but I did. I got them in. So you're welcome, Blue Jackets fans. It's a good one here. They're facing off at home against the Toronto Maple Leafs, where the Maple Leafs are looking to fight and get back into a playoff spot. They are currently last in the National Hockey League right now. Josh, what's going on, man? I haven't seen you in a while. How you doing, bro? And welcome back. We got a good game tonight. A lot to talk about here between these two teams. You're seeing the returns of Austin Matthews, Matthew Nyes, and Nicholas Waugh to the Toronto Maple Leafs. So they are getting some reinforcements back here to help out with their pushback for the playoffs. They've obviously struggled as of late, and they are looking to get back into the Stanley Cup playoffs here tonight. So let's see if they can get back into a playoff spot here, starting with this game tonight. On the other side, the Columbus Blue Jackets, there's a lot to highlight here. Luca Pinelli, NHL debut. He is debuting in his first game tonight in the National Hockey League. Has spent some time yesterday with the Cleveland Monsters. And as well as that, too, also played couple of games this year with Cleveland too, and has earned a spot with some of the injuries Columbus has had, including guys like Marchenko, Boone Jenner. Those guys are not in the lineup currently, so Pinelli gets in there for a spot. Also, Brendan Smith is making his Blue Jackets debut. So obviously, those who know Brendan Smith, he is a longtime NHLer, has played for many years now, was just recently signed by the Blue Jackets a couple of days ago, is playing in his first game here as a Blue Jacket tonight. So that's another fun storyline to follow here as well. And we get ready to get started with this one tonight. Just fixing up my camera there, making sure it's the clearest it can be. And yeah, I'm excited. How's everybody doing? Hopefully everybody's having a great day so far. And we'll get started here with the commentary in just a couple of minutes. They're going to do the national anthems and stuff, I would imagine. But regardless, there's a lot to look at here, a lot to follow as we head into this game. Starting goaltenders here for both sides, you have Joseph Woll, who is in net here for the Maple Leafs. He's come back and has been awesome. I'm not 100% sure who's starting for the Blue Jackets. I haven't seen that be confirmed on social media just yet. Oh, wait, now I see it. Jet Greaves. There you go. Jet Greaves is in net tonight for Columbus. So, funny thing about Jet Greaves, he is making his Watch with Nordic debut tonight. He has never played in a live commentary stream before, so he will become the 63rd goaltender to play in a live commentary stream. So for those who don't know, we follow that stuff, obviously, so that's pretty cool to see. But we did see Greaves get into a game earlier in the month of November, but my power went out, so we didn't get to commentate the entire game. Now he's playing his first official game here to start off this Watch with Nordic career. So that's pretty cool. But Joseph Woll in games played, .873 save percentage, 3-2-1 when we do live stream him this year. So that's a pretty fun stat to follow as well. And we will get started here in a moment. Still in commercial break. Let me know how the audio and stuff is. Is the audio and video good? Just let me know if all that quality and stuff is as good as it needs to be. And we'll get ready to get started here in just a moment. It's the day before American Thanksgiving. So to all my Americans, happy American Thanksgiving. Hopefully you guys are celebrating it to the best you can. Looking forward to having some turkey and stuff with my family tomorrow. Could not be more excited for that. And looking to get ready to get started here. The Blue Jackets just previewing the start of the game here. Sometimes these games do take a while to actually get started, but it should be a good one here. I was looking at this one. When the Blue Jackets and the Maple Leafs play each other, it's always a fun matchup. Always. Jesse Jackson, honoring one of the players here in the FanDuel Sports Network, was one of the studio host. And he passed away, unfortunately. So, remembering Jesse, best of wishes to him and his family. Yeah, we did the game on Monday. Missed you, Josh. Devils won that game. Jacob Markstrom balled out. He played phenomenal. All right. All right, one last commercial break here, and then we'll get started with the game tonight. But again, happy American Thanksgiving to all those that follow. We will have videos uploaded throughout the week that obviously are related to, all that. We'll have a Thanksgiving-themed video tomorrow. Tomorrow, I think what we're going to do is we're going to look at my NHL standings predictions and how they are doing at the Thanksgiving break. So I would look forward to that. That should be a fun stream or fun video. I'm doing all of that tomorrow or tonight. So it's going to be interesting. That's for sure. But regardless of that, I'm looking forward to this. This is unfortunately our last night of streams for the entire month. Sadly, we will not be live at all this weekend. We will not be live until next Monday. We'll be live on Monday, Wednesday, and Sunday next week, and then Monday repeating the next day around. It sucks because we're not going to get a lot of streams in the month of December besides on those days, just mainly because of the fact the Royals are playing, and they have games every single Wednesday. Every single Wednesday except for the week of Christmas. So it's really unfortunate there. We're not going to get a ton of games in the month of December. We should be able to get in a bunch even still, but, Mondays and Thursdays are going to be our best days to get games in. But we'll see what happens there, obviously. I'm looking forward to commentating even still, despite how many games we do. But let's get ready here for the start of Maple Leafs and Blue Jackets. They're firing up the cannon. Jean-Luc Pierre. I have his hockey card. He's going to light the cannon here. Bang! There it goes. And the Blue Jackets there with their cannon that's been in their arena for a long time. And now we get ready here for the start of the first period. It's Blue Jackets and Maple Leafs. Luca Pinelli, his NHL debut. Austin Matthews, Matthew Nyes return from their longtime injuries. Brendan Smith makes his Blue Jackets debut. And we get ready for face-off here, an interconference matchup, a rematch of the 2020 Stanley Cup playoffs, round robin, and we are underway. Face-off is won here by the Maple Leafs. They dump it into the Blue Jackets zone. Here's Provorov now on the right side trying to clear that one away. It's kept in, though, by Toronto. Jackets steal it right back. Here's Zach Werenski, who also returns tonight from injury. He'll dump that one down low into the zone. Down low now, Miles Wood trying to pick up that puck. Thrown up to the point then by Nyes. Nyes will feed that pass to center. Banked off the boards then by former Blue Jacket Max Domi. I have his jersey, ironically enough. I was looking to see if it's hung up behind me. Jackets regroup here in their own zone. Moving it through center now and dumping it into the zone is Coyle. Pinelli will race for that puck down low here now in the corner. What's up, Rex? How you doing, brother? Luca Pinelli now on the right side has the puck. Looks for options, feeds it up to the point. Waiting a shot. And that one is blocked in front there now down low. Coyle will try getting it back. It's slid on in front then by Sillinger. And stolen up then by Toronto. It will come out of the zone. And Tavares tried taking that one the other way, but the Blue Jackets got it right back. Through the zone now, Pinelli will dump it into the Toronto end. Joseph Woll will hand that puck over to the Toronto defense. They will hold that one in their own zone. Pass over to Jake McCabe. And the Maple Leafs will bring it back in. Dumped in down low on the right side. Now Greaves will play that puck back over for Brendan Smith, who will feed that one to Johnson. He's tied up on the right side. And down low now with it is Fantilli on the right side. Here come the Jackets through center. Johnson, a pass. He'll break that one into the Maple Leaf zone. Ken Johnson down the right side gets tied off the puck there down low as Johnson still pushing for it here, trying to get that puck free from Dakota Mermes. Pass in front. And a shot there by Johnson goes way wide of the net. Now down low here on the right side, Fantilli with speed. Fantilli shoots that one back down low. Playing against his hometown team here tonight. You may remember a couple of weeks ago when Fantilli scored that overtime winning goal in Toronto. Now the Leafs have the puck. Troy Stecher, a waiver claim at the beginning of the week, dumps that one into the Columbus zone, and now Dante Fabro will hold that puck and wait for his teammates to get back on the ice. Fabro now feeds it past the center, back into the Toronto zone. Right side now, trying to play it as Chinnikov. He's battling alongside the likes of Waugh, and the puck finally breaks free to center. Here's Robertson, gives it back to McMahon. Bobby McMahon now down the right side, trying to get it to center, and he gets tied up there quickly now on the right side. Shots are 1-0 here in favor of Toronto. It's still 0-0, 3 minutes into the first period. Riley now battling for it down low with Zach Aston-Reese. Zauer gets it up to the point. Back to Werenski. Werenski to Zach Aston-Reese. Provorov, a shot into the chest of Joseph Woll. It might have been blocked in front as well, but Woll will make the save. Joseph Woll returning from personal leave a couple of weeks ago. Not a lot of bright spots in Toronto, especially recently, but he's been one of them for sure that you can look at and say, yeah, he's been good. I'm excited to do Columbus this time because we haven't done the Blue Jackets that much overall. Only 3 games we've streamed them in. And one of those games was literally canceled midway through. So it's good to get another game here in for Columbus. Here's William Nylander now in the Maple Leaf zone. Feeds a pass to Tavares. Back into the zone now. Trying to carry that one in. It's stolen back by the Jackets. Greaves throws it around now down low. Smith thrown to center. Now Cowan tried getting a shot on the right side. It's kicked back down low to the corner. Tavares feeds it in front. And it'll slide just wide of Greaves. Now Benoit behind the net. Pass in front. Save. Rebound is there. They're jabbing at that puck. It's in the crease. And the refs blow the whistle. Greaves has got it. And they give a standing ovation here to their goaltender, Jet Greaves. Obviously came in midway through last year and played phenomenal for Columbus. There was Nylander with a good chance in front. That was denied by Tavares. So good play there by Benoit. Gets the shot in front. But Greaves denies that chance. And it stays a tied hockey game here in the first period. Face off now in the Columbus zone. Austin Matthews returning from injury. Facing off here now. He's kicked out of the circle. Now Max Domi will come in against Coyle. And the face-off is won by Provorov. Provorov behind the net. Will move it through center. Banks it off the boards all the way back into the Toronto zone. But it's an icing against Columbus. Showing off Miles Wood and Charlie Coyle. They were 2 players who were traded in that deal for Gavin Brindley from the Colorado Avalanche. The point of that deal was to get Columbus some more veteran presence and get them more experienced players and good depth on their offense, and so far they've both worked out. Coyle now versus Matthews again in the Columbus zone. It's won by the Jackets. Werenski feeds it to center. Puck will slide down the other way to the Toronto zone. Woll plays it back behind the net for Mermis on the right side. Mermis battling for it, slides it in front. Stolen back then by the Jackets. Here's Wood on the right side. We'll clear that one in down low. Racing forward is Isaac Lundestrom, former Anaheim Duck. Will be tied up down low then alongside the likes of Troy Stetcher. Finally, the puck does get free. Lundestrom tries sending it back to Wood. It's intercepted there by the Maple Leafs. Here's Domi now. Max Domi to center. 2-on-1 the other way. In front for Nyes. Pass is blocked. What a play there by Provorov to block that pass. Provorov back then down low to Werenski as the Blue Jackets hold it behind their own net. Shots are 4-2 in favor of Toronto. Still no goal scored. Pass to center. Racing down now the other way. Bringing it in is Fantilli. Now Mermis will throw that one around. It's kept in though by Fabro on the right side. At the point, Voronkov to Fabro as he shoots that one wide. Picked up then by OEL. And fed to the right side. Now here comes Toronto rushing back the other way. Blue Jackets get it. Battling forward here now at center ice. Jackets bringing it into the zone. Now center Fantilli to Johnson. And Wool doesn't know where it is. It went out of play. And Kent Johnson with a really good chance there. If he could have gotten that one on net, he could have got that one through the likes of Joseph Wall, because he didn't know where that puck was. He's like, where'd that go? And he hit the pipe actually on that play. So, you know, the game moves so fast, sometimes you can't even tell from a TV. And that's a prime example of me just not knowing where the puck went. I know it didn't go in the net because I would have seen the celebrations, but sometimes you just don't know. Hope you guys are having a good night so far. There is 15 games in the National Hockey League tonight, on a Wednesday at that. And that's because there's no hockey tomorrow, obviously. Puck down low now in the Toronto zone. Benoit trying to feed that one to center. They'll battle for it now on the right side, and Columbus will keep that one in. Clear behind the net now. Racing for it down low is Aston Reese. Benoit plays it back behind the net then to McCabe. Through center. Toronto gets it back. Benoit with some speed. Pass over to nobody. Is intercepted then by Columbus. Puck slides back out to the Toronto zone. Maple Leafs trying to rush it back the other way. Wah fighting alongside a Blue Jacket, and it's stolen back then by Toronto. Dakota Mermis holding that puck. Toronto has had a lot of defensive issues, so they're trying out some new options tonight. Troy Stetcher is in the lineup for, I believe, the second game. And their defense has been a massive problem. Monahan battling alongside Tavares. Tavares will win the battle, but Columbus keeps it in the zone. On the right side, kicked out then by the Maple Leafs. Easton Cohen racing for it now alongside Severson. Played back then for Matejchuk as the Blue Jackets will regroup. Here they come the other way. Pinelli dumps it into the zone. Monahan now on the right side. Stolen back then by Toronto. Cleared back behind the net for Mermis. Mermis played back to Stetcher. Stetcher wearing the number 28. It feels a little weird seeing him in a Maple Leafs jersey. He'll feed that one back out to center. Charlie Coyle steals it back then for Columbus. Severson to center. Here they come the other way. Miles Wood with some speed. Moves to the front. Shoots it. And a pad save by Wall. Behind the net now. Columbus takes it back. Throw back up to the point. Provorov to the right side. Werenski shoots it. And a glove save by Wall into his chest. And some pushing and shoving here. And there's what we know and love about the game of hockey. As Ekman Larsson's getting into it there with Miles Wood. Shots are now 4-4 here in the first period. We will head to our first commercial break. 12:50 left to go. It is still 0-0 in this little matchup here. It looks like there's going to be a power play coming against the Blue Jackets, or possibly a 4-on-4. But Oliver Ekman Larsson's going to go to the penalty box, it appears. And Miles Wood will too, so it'll be a 4-on-4. That's what I figured. And the officials are going to call them out on their BS. So, hearing tonight, the Calgary Flames and Craig Conroy are getting an extension. So, Craig Conroy is re-signing with the Calgary Flames. Breaking news tonight. No, there's probably not many Calgary fans in here, but that is happening. So, it looks like Oliver Ekman-Larsson is going to get 4 penalty minutes here in this game already. He got 2 minutes for roughing on Miles Wood, but then got a 2-minute for cross-checking. So it will be a Columbus power play to start off here in the first period. So the Jackets will get a chance to get a man advantage here for a little bit. Highlighting the rookie here tonight who is making his NHL debut, Luca Pinelli, who was drafted back in 2023, 114th overall. Played 13 games so far this year with Cleveland, had 10 points. And with all the injuries here in Columbus, he has gotten the nod to make his NHL debut here tonight amongst all these players, and good for him. Again, you look at guys in Columbus, and Pinelli was a solid up-and-coming prospect. And it's good to see him get in there and have some good numbers there. So it looks like Oliver Ekman-Larsson is going to go to the penalty box. And we're going to see a Blue Jackets power play. Miles Wood still in the box, though, regardless. Ekman-Larsson will have to serve 4 minutes. And now a Jackets power play here to start off this first period. Shots are 4-3 in favor of Toronto. Face-off here now is won by the Blue Jackets. At the point now, Werenski moves to center. Werenski shoots it, and off of a player in front, it appears. Werenski gets it back. Feeds it down low then to Fantilli. Fantilli into the corner. Back to Fantilli now at the point. Werenski to Fantilli. Pass in front. And Monahan feeds to Johnson. Toronto gets to it first. And they will clear the other way. Actually, no, it's kept in the zone. Wow. It was right on the line. Here's Johnson. Banks it off the boards. Werenski, a shot saved there by Wall. The puck is kicked away then by Benoit. And now here comes Scott Lawn. Lawn shorthanded will dump that one into the Columbus zone. Jet Greaves now gives it back to Werenski as the Jackets move it back the other way. Werenski to Johnson. Johnson to the right side, bringing it in then, pass in front. As Monahan tried feeding that one through, it was swiftly denied. Monahan now in the corner, cleared all the way out to center. Werenski keeps it in the zone. Fantilli in front, back to Fantilli, down low. A chance, and Voronkov shoots that one out of play. What an opportunity there, though. They kept that puck in the zone, and they kept the offensive zone pressure coming. Good play by Werenski to reach his hand up in the air, I guess his glove, and bat that puck down and keep the play inside the Maple Leaf zone. And now they get an offensive zone faceoff, and you never know what's going to happen with those. Thank you all so much for tuning in. I appreciate it. If you're new to the channel, I would love it if you would subscribe down below if you're new. We're trying to get to 4,000 subscribers by the end of 2025. We are 150 away, so every sub helps. And it looks like the audio is doing good. The video is doing good. Let me know how it is for you guys. Face-off here now in the Toronto zone is won by the Maple Leafs. Maple Leafs will get it and clear it all the way down the other way. 40 seconds to go now in the Blue Jackets power play. Through the zone, Provorov drops it back. Here's Pinelli on the second power play, and it moves that one through the zone. It's intercepted and cleared back down the other way. Trying to rush that one through the offensive zone. Werenski to Coyle. Coyle, pass to the right side, thrown up to the point, then to Provorov. Ivan Provorov to Werenski. Pinelli on the right side, looks, waits. Won't shoot it just yet. Feeds it back to Werenski now at the point. Werenski moves to the right side. Provorov, 10 seconds to go. Pinelli waits, moves, shoots it, and off the pad of Wall. Here's Provorov to Werenski now down low in the corner. Coyle behind the net now for Sillinger. Sillinger tries feeding it to center. Matthews will get that puck. The power play is over. Good kill by Toronto. And here come the Leafs the other way. Cowan through center. Stolen back then by Severson. And the Blue Jackets will hold that puck. Matejchuk, young defenseman here for CBJ, drafted in 2022. Thrown to center here. It's intercepted by Cowan, who will just dump it back into the Columbus zone. Damon Severson now on the right side will backhand that one off the boards. Racing for it the other way with speed is Aston Reese, and he gets offsides, so it doesn't even matter. Luca Pinelli with a nice little chance there on goal in that power play. And it looks like it was deflected, but regardless, it's still a good chance for him nonetheless. Good IQ to not just shoot it right away. He used his IQ to read the play and move to a shooting lane. He had 45 power play goals in 246 games with the Ottawa 67s. Don't laugh. Puck is cleared back into the Blue Jackets zone. Racing for it now is Severson behind the Columbus net. Tavares feeds it back to the right side. Thrown back up to the point down Nylander. Here come the Blue Jackets. Poke check the other way. Fantilli with some speed. He's in. Saved by Wall. Rebound in front. And it's inside of Wall. Johnson thought there was some room. And Joseph Wall makes the save. We get some more pushing and shoving. And a big stop there by Joseph Wall and Adam Fantilli. 9:44 left to go in the first period. We will go to commercial break. What's up, young boys? How we doing? Thank you all so much for tuning in. Again, we got 2 streams tonight. We got this one followed by Ottawa and Vegas later tonight. So we're getting in 2 streams here in the commentary, so it should be fun. Alex Ovechkin is being honored by the Caps for reaching 1,500 games and 900 goals. Took him long enough. Or took them long enough. Not him. Not him. So 9:44 left to go in the first period. Shots are 6-4 in favor of Columbus. But it's still 0-0 here in the first period. Again, Joseph Wall has looked good in the shots he's faced. Same with Jet Greaves. Columbus getting some good offensive zone opportunities here. Showing off Brendan Smith. Signed a PTO with Columbus back in August. Was released by the team. Played with the Cleveland Monsters and signed a 2-way contract with the Blue Jackets on Monday, and now he is making his season debut tonight. Who is the worst hockey YouTuber? Probably me. I don't want to talk trash about my friends. It's probably me, I'm not going to lie. Face off here now in the Toronto zone. And they'll kick Fantilli out. They will put in Voronkov against Waugh. Face off won by the Blue Jackets. At the point now, Fabro shoots it. And it goes wide of the net now behind the net. And Voronkov will try and throw that one in front, and it's cleared away then by the Leafs. And out of play. Puck will stay in the Maple Leaf zone, though. Toronto struggling to get out of their own end here in this first period. Brendan Smith played in his 15th NHL season, 726 games split between the Red Wings, Rangers, Hurricanes, Devils, and a few other teams there as well. He's played around the league a lot. Face-off won by the Blue Jackets. Smith, a shot, gloved by Woll. And he'll make the save there at the point. And funny enough, current GM of the Blue Jackets, Don Waddell, had Brendan Smith with him on the Carolina Hurricanes. So that's fun. Cleared out to center. Scott Lawn racing for that puck. He will get to a down low pass in front. And that one goes wide of Greaves. And now through center. Here comes Fantilli. 3-on-2. Fantilli to Voronkov with some speed. Johnson skates back around to the point. Smith can't keep it in. Toronto will rush it back the other way. And a good tie-up there by Smith to get that puck away from Waugh. Now Robertson battles forward here, throws it up to the point, and Stetcher will regroup on the right side. Back to Mermis. Mermis trying to feed it to center. It'll slide back out to the neutral zone. Stetcher to Mermis. Back to McMahon. Stetcher will deke around here now, tries getting it into the zone. He will get it in there successfully, and now Provorov will backhand that one around up and out of the zone. And still battling forward here. Here comes Coyle now to the right side. Banked off the boards then quickly by Lundestrom. Behind the net, trying to clear that one is Stetcher on the right side. They're still battling forward here behind the Toronto net. Finally, it breaks free. Nyes through center. Nyes pass to Domi. Domi waits. Pass to the point. Riley holds. Fires it. And it goes off of a Maple Leaf and wide. Domi down low now to Matthews. Matthews dekes around Provorov. Still trying to get around him here. Pass in front then for Domi. Domi to Matthews. A shot. And save in front by Greaves. The rebound was right there. But Greaves grabbed it with his glove before Nyes could get to it there. He lunged at that puck. And the first real opportunity there for Toronto tonight. And a good play there by Matthews to move the puck around. You're seeing that talent. And he does get a shot on, but Greaves makes the save as it did go off the post, actually. And if that was over even a little bit more, that's a goal for Matthews. Face-off now in the Columbus zone. Pinelli will break that one through center. Cleared back into the Toronto end. Joseph Woll on the right side, back to Morgan Riley. Riley battling forward alongside Cowan. Thrown up to the point. Joshua to Nylander. Nylander brings it in, fires it. And that one goes up and above Jet Greaves. Through center now. Columbus trying to bring that one in. It's Matejchuk who's tied up. Stolen back then by Severson. Will feed that one to center back into the Toronto zone. Ekman-Larsson now to Riley. Easton Cowan feeds that one to Scott Lawn. Lawn brings it into the zone. Will backhand that one, or at least try to backhand it down low. And now battling forward here at center. Pinelli thrown to the right side. Werenski skates that one wide into the Toronto zone. Throws it in front. Saved by Woll. The rebound is kicked away. And the Maple Leafs do get it back. Pass to Lorentz now. 2-on-1 the other way. Lawn brings it in with some room. Lawn waits in front. And a battle for it there as the puck goes wide. And now down low, clearing that puck off the boards and getting it out to center is the Blue Jackets. Shot attempts are 18-8 in favor of Columbus here with 6.5 minutes to go in the first. Puck is cleared back out to center. Fabro now on the right side. Trying to feed that one to center and cleared back into the Toronto zone. Fabro. Smith. Down low now. A shot. And a save there behind the net by Fantilli. Another chance, and it's off the skate of Matthews and banked off the boards. And we will get a penalty here. And it looks like it will be against Toronto. Zach Aston Reese going at it there with Mermis. Something happened in front. And I think we're going to see some penalties get called here. Shots are 8-4 in favor of the Blue Jackets. And I'm not sure what's being called here. Let me see the replay real quick. Mermis and Aston Reese are going at it there in front. It looks like it's going to be a power play for the Blue Jackets again. Or could it be a 4-on-4? I'm not sure. It looks like it will be a Jackets power play. So Columbus will head to the power play once again. Craig Berube talking to the officials. He's probably not happy with that call. And maybe rightfully so. Faceoff will come here in the Blue Jackets' end. Craig Berube yelling at the refs. He's got some little speck on his mouth. Is he okay? Or on his forehead? He take a beating? Is he good? He's got like a little boo-boo on his forehead. Face-off coming here now in the Columbus zone. Or the Maple Leaf zone. Blue Jackets will get their second power play of the night. Not thrilled about that call. The refs will look at it. And now a referee got hit with a puck and he's getting checked out here apparently. I didn't notice it. So hopefully that ref is okay. Thank you all so much for tuning in. I appreciate it. If you are new to the channel, subscribe down below if you're new. Trying to get to 4,000 subscribers. Every sub is greatly appreciated. Still 0-0 here in this opening frame. Shots are 8-4, and we get ready for another Columbus power play. Face-off is won back then by the Maple Leafs. Benoit now down low to Yarncrook. Cleared all the way down the other way. And the Jackets will get that puck back. Werenski through center. Drops it back. Fantilli brings it into the zone, down the right side, holds, waits, throws it in front, and there's nobody there in time, and Toronto will clear that one the other way. Werenski holds the puck, brings it through center, drops it back here as the Jackets will move it through the zone. It's Johnson, pass down low. To the right side, pass in front, broken up then quickly by Lawton and back all the way down the other way. And Jet Greaves gets it back. What's up, Uncommon Truth? How you doing, man? Welcome to the stream. Pass to center, goes off a referee, and it's cleared back down the other way. Unfortunate play there by Toronto, by the Blue Jackets. And now they find themselves regrouping here again. Here come the Jackets into the zone. Right side, banked off the boards. Holding it now down low. Johnson behind the net. Tries feeding that puck in front. It's cleared off the boards then by Toronto all the way down the other way. And now with 40 seconds to go, Pinelli will hold that one. Luca Pinelli down the right side will look for options here. Takes it through center. Dekes around. Drops it back. It's stolen back then by Austin Matthews and kept in the zone. Coyle at the point. Looks for options. Drops it back. Provorov shoots it. Save in front by Wall. Pinelli was there in front, but no rebound. Pass there is fumbled away. It's taken back then by Provorov. He shoots it. Glove save by Joseph Wall. He's playing phenomenal tonight. And the Blue Jackets keep getting opportunities here on Joseph Wall, and Wall stands tall. Again, Wallen watched with Nordic Streams. All-time record. He's played a total of, if I can find his name, 6 games. This being his 6th. 3-2. 3.4 goals against average and 8.73. Not the prettiest numbers, but dropping a couple of 6-1 blowouts in there from the playoffs. It doesn't help. Again, we include playoff stats in that as well. Face off here now, won by the Maple Leafs now on the right side. Matthews feeds to center. Blue Jackets trying to keep that one in. Lorentz tried getting a short and a break the other way. Jackets get it back, though. Drop to the point. One last chance here. Pass down low. Coyle in front. And Pinelli was right there. And they couldn't get that one to him. Battling down low here. The power play is over. And the Maple Leafs pick that one up here, and they'll take it back to center. Lawn battling forward alongside Coyle. Pinelli holds the puck with 3:40 remaining here in this first period. Provorov to center. Now Tavares steals it back. He tries breaking into the zone. And Benoit brings it back down low. He'll regroup. With 3:20 left to go in the first period. Here's Cowan. Puck all the way up in the air. Behind the net now, over to Smith on the right side. Cleared out to center. Trying to bring that one into the zone is Chenikov. Battling down low. Werenski's there too. And stolen back quickly by Ethan Cowan. Cowan through center. Brings that one into Nylander. Tries feeding that one down low. Smith banks it off the boards. Aston Reese now the other way will clear that one back in, and Toronto will regroup. Not a ton of action here. Shots are 10-5 in favor of Columbus. They've played the Maple Leafs well so far. Dumped down low now. Nyes on the right side. Tries playing that one forward. Trying to break that one up there with Johnson. Here's Fantilli now. Feeds it back to Werenski. Werenski holds the puck. Pass to center. It's intercepted then by the Maple Leafs. Got it right back by Columbus. Here's Werenski through center. Pass to the right side. A shot saved there by Wall on Fantilli. And Ekman-Larsson feeds that one to Morgan Riley, who clears it back out to center ice. The Jackets get it right back anyway, so what does it matter? Tipped back into the Toronto zone. Ekman-Larsson to Morgan Riley. Riley to Robertson. Robertson will dump that one in down low. Provorov behind the net. Wah. Centering pass. A shot. Goes wide of Greaves just barely into the last 2 minutes of play. Robertson. Fed down low to the corner. Provorov now on the right side. Blue Jackets looking to play it the other way. Here they come through center. Lundestrom to Wood. Back to Lundestrom. Down low. Coyle's got it behind the net now. Picked up by Wood. Slides it up to the point. Severson gets it there in time. Dekes around, intercepted. And a penalty here against Toronto again. The third penalty of the period against the Maple Leafs. And they show the bench. Craig Berube's like, what the hell? And Nicholas Waugh will head to the box. And with 1:21 remaining in the first period, the Blue Jackets will get their third power play of the game. Thank you all for tuning in. I appreciate it. Be sure to like the stream as well. If you like the stream, it helps out with more engagement, brings more people into the stream. That'd be greatly appreciated. So again, Jet Greaves becomes the 63rd goaltender to play in a Watch with Nordic live commentary. By the way, we can do this as well. 1 year ago today in Watch with Nordic history, on November 26, 2024, was a game between the Boston Bruins and the Vancouver Canucks, which featured a 2-0 shutout for Vancouver. Jake DeBrusk scoring the goal. Kevin Lankinen getting the shutout against the Boston Bruins 1 year ago today in Watch with Nordic history. Another fun tidbit. It is the only Vancouver Canucks win we have seen in a commentary stream. And keep in mind, we've streamed the Canucks probably 5 or 6 times. So for those who are longtime listeners, fun little history fact there. There's also a stream that was 1 year ago yesterday, Ducks versus Kraken. It was a 3-2 win for Seattle. And then another one was a Hurricanes versus Rangers tomorrow. So we did a couple of streams a year ago around this time. Here's Fantilli now on the right side, down low for Wood. Now Voronkov behind the net, back over for Fantilli on the right side. Again, power play for Columbus. It'll carry into the second period if they don't score. Last minute of play in the first period. Werenski to Fantilli. Fantilli drops it back. Werenski waits to center, down low, pass in front. Too many passing, and the Maple Leafs clear. Too many passes on that play, and it results in Columbus being back in their own zone. Here's Werenski. Will drop that one back. Through center, Voronkov. To the right side. Pass over, then Voronkov. Waits to the point. Werenski holds the puck. To Johnson. To Werenski. To Fantilli. Stick handling. Feeds it down low. Monahan now. 14 seconds left. Fantilli, a shot save. Rebound is there in front. It's cleared by Lorentz the other way. Coming out for it is Greaves. And that should do it here for the first period. 2 seconds and 1. And that's it. Shots are 11-6 in favor of the Blue Jackets in that opening frame. They will head into the second period with a power play. But regardless, that will do it here for the first period. No goals scored. That being said, folks, it is intermission time. Go get a snack, go get a drink, do what you got to do. We'll be back for the start of the second period momentarily. A good period nonetheless. Still do the questions? Yeah, we can do the questions. Pick a number between 1 and 1,000. I asked ChatGPT to generate 1,000 intermission questions to talk about. So give me a number between 1 and 1,000. They're NHL related. They're movie related. They're just like would you rathers. They're TV related, food related. You name it, it's probably a question. 69, of course. Of course. I feel like that's been picked before. We'll do it again. What's your favorite summer vacation memory? Favorite summer vacation memory. Probably just like day trips to the beach. Me and my mom used to go on day trips to the beach all the time. Going to Japan. Them chilled chili dogs in the tasty breeze. Damn. Chili dogs. I haven't had a chili dog in forever, dude. Haven't had a chili dog in a long time. Yeah, we used to go on beach trips, and that's got to be one of my favorite vacation memories, honestly. So Blue Jackets will head into the second period on a power play. Stats in that period, shots were 12-6 in favor of Columbus. Power plays, Blue Jackets 0 for 2. Toronto had no power plays. Hits were 9-7 Toronto. Shots were 6-1 Blue Jackets. Giveaways were 6-5 Toronto, and then takeaways were 2-1 Toronto as well. I haven't had a chili dog in a long time. Shots were 12-6 in that first period. Let's do a look around the other scores in the NHL. There's a lot of games going on tonight, so we are not the only ones that are playing here. So let's go through them all here. Predators and Red Wings, 1-0 Nashville. Michael Bunting with the only goal. It's a 1-0 Nashville lead. Flames and Lightning, 4-0 Flames. Declan Charlie, Zegmas Girgensons, Char-Edouard Destuz, and Brandon Hagel score the goals in that game. Panthers and Flyers, 1-0 Panthers. Brad Marchand gets the goal. Blues and Devils, 2-1 St. Louis. Cam Fowler and Robert Thomas scored for for St. Louis. And then Timo Meyer scored for New Jersey. Bruins and Islanders is tied at 1 after a period of play. Alex Steves and Matt Barzal with the goals. Penguins and Sabres is 1-0 Penguins. Matt Dumba with the only goal in that game. Jets and Capitals, 2-0 Caps. John Carlson and Jacob Chikrin. Rangers and Hurricanes, 1-0 Rangers. Noah Laba got the goal there in that one. Other games tonight, you have Wild and Blackhawks at 8:30. That'll be a good game. Sharks and Avalanche at 9 o'clock. Mammoth and Canadiens at 9:30. And then Senators and Golden Knights will be live for that. And then Canucks and Ducks, and then Stars and Kraken are all of the games currently going on tonight in the National Hockey League. So there you go. Also highlighted here in this intermission report, Craig Conroy has signed a contract extension with the Calgary Flames. Conroy's been good in Calgary for sure. Oh my goodness. Oh my gosh. Columbus had 3 power plays that carries into the second. That's one of them. Got to score on one thing. We'll see if they do that. So still 0-0 at the end of a period of play. I'm tired. I got stuff to do tonight. It's crazy. Hopefully everybody's having a good night so far. Just chilling out here. I do need to make a video about my rookie. I do need to start doing my notes about my rookies. I said to myself, if the intermissions are laid back and chill, I would do so. So we're gonna do so here. But I'm making a video that's gonna upload this weekend, looking at all of the current rookies in the NHL and how they are doing. Again, we did it for the month of October. We did like an October rookies update. It's going to be a little bit earlier this year because of the way the scheduling is and stuff. But I have to wait until the end of the night to actually make the video because the stats won't be fully updated. Same with this. I have to wait till all the games are over tonight to make another video. So I can't win, essentially. I was hoping to... Not to mention, there's people sleeping in the other room behind me, so, like, I can't be that loud. But I gotta get all this stuff done. No exception. The work does not stop. The grind does not stop. Looks like about 5 minutes or so, probably a little bit more than that, till the start of the second period. And of course, literally all of the players that I need play tonight. It's just absolutely wonderful. Thanks, everybody, for tuning in. I appreciate it. It's been a great night tonight. Fun night of streaming, as always. We got another game after this one. We have Senators and Golden Knights as well. So some more content coming. Again, we will not be live for the rest of the month. Sadly, tonight is our last night of streaming. We'll be live till Monday, December 1st. Haven't decided what games I want to do yet. I am thinking about doing the Battle of Pennsylvania for the second time on a watch with Nordic Stream. And Sharks and Mammoth, I know I'm likely doing. My other option then is Devils and Blue Jackets, but I've done the Devils so much this year already. I want to take a break from them and start doing some other teams. But if I can't, because the Battle of Pennsylvania is on the NHL Network, if I can't access that game, I probably will just end up doing Devils and Blue Jackets. I don't want to do that, though. Not that I don't like either of those teams, but I want to do more teams than that. Again, like I've done Vegas like 100 times this year already. So, but videos coming out. There will be a video. There will be two videos. One of them is looking at the Team Finland projected roster. Also, Team Sweden's one too. I just realized my microphone is here. So, for those who have been watching the videos as of late, my microphone came in the mail. And for those who don't realize, I completely shattered my previous one. I was editing it on my camera stand, and the stand on top of it broke. And that was a little bit frustrating. But I have bought a new one, and now finally. And now I can hook this onto my camera. Sorry for not being so active. No problem. Not a problem. I respect you watching from work. I respect you watching from work, my man. All right, let's get this up and running. So now this is finally back, thank God. It gave me a freaking plane. I don't want to use that. Trying to put on my camera here, trying to figure it out. We're almost ready to start the second period, so basically in like a few minutes or so. So just keep that in mind, guys. Bro, are you serious, my brother? Does this thing really not face the way I need it to? I'm gonna cry. Is that a Brendan Dillon jersey? No, it's a Corey Schneider jersey, actually. It's Corey Schneider. Oh, yes! Let's go. All right, I figured it out. Okay, maybe it's just in wrong. All right, we are ready to start the third period here. There we go. All right, camera is fixed. Let's go. All right, there you go. All right, we ready to start the second period here between the Columbus Blue Jackets and the Toronto Maple Leafs. First period recap, goals were scored by nobody, as Columbus will get a power play here to start off this third period. And showing off here, they will start it off with 29 seconds. So we'll see what they can do here. 39 seconds. We'll see what they can do here in those 30 seconds. Again, always starting a power play at the beginning of the period can be pretty difficult because it can take time to set up and get into the zone. But we'll see what happens here. Second period between the Maple Leafs and the Blue Jackets is officially underway. Face-off is won then by the Blue Jackets. They will take it back to their own zone here to regroup. Provorov drops it back. Fantilli moves it now through center. Monahan cracks it into the zone. Tries banking that one up to the point. Cleared around then to Johnson. Johnson to Provorov. Back to Fantilli. Clears it around now behind the net. Kept in by Werenski on the right side. Intercepted by Toronto. They will clear it down the other way with 10 seconds to go. That will pretty much do it here. They'll try and get one last push. Provorov drops it back. Werenski now skating it through center. Fantilli brings it in, shoots it, and it goes up and out of play. But the power play is over. Shots are 11-6 in favor of Columbus. Face-off coming here now inside of the Maple Leaf zone. And it's won by the Blue Jackets. They'll try and slide it up to the point. Shot there in front. Save by Wall. It was right there in the crease. And he makes the save. He has stopped everything here so far tonight. Blue Jackets are getting all the chances they can. Face off again here now in the Toronto zone. Lundestrom takes the draw. Will lose it back then. Now Ekman Larson on the right side clears it out to center. Jackets regroup. They'll bank it off the boards back down low. It will be an icing against Columbus as they did not cross the red line before dumping that one in, and even then Coyle was not great on that opportunity either. Face-off here now in the Columbus zone. Maple Leafs have been a very bad second period team, especially recently. So Blue Jackets could use that to their advantage here tonight. We will see. Right now, the current playoff picture shapes the Toronto Maple Leafs out of the Stanley Cup playoffs at Thanksgiving, regardless of whether they win this game or not. Another icing here against Columbus. Blue Jackets are in the same boat. They will also not be in the playoff picture. And they're above 500. Like, they're not a bad team. Toronto's only a game below 500. It's just how stacked the Eastern Conference is. Tavares now versus Coyle. And it's won back then by the Blue Jackets. And it slides into Jack Greaves. He will just opt to cover that one up, which is probably the right move, to be honest with you. Face off again in the Blue Jackets zone. Coyle loses the draw. Thrown back up to the point. Cowan now on the right side. Trying to clear that one out down low. Intercepted then by Toronto. Cowan to the right side. Dumping that one in is Nylander. Nylander waits. Shoots it. And it goes wide of the net. And back to Tavares. Tavares now at the point. Looks for options. Tries sending it back down low. Blue Jackets fighting for it. Tavares clears out to center. And now McCabe will hold that puck. Intercepted. Lundestrom brings it in. Down the right side, a shot. And that one goes off the right side, thrown back up to the point. Here's Severson now to Matejchuk. Matejchuk waits. Severson a shot. It goes wide and back down low. Cowan down the right side. We'll bring that one into the zone now, battling here in the corner. Severson to Matejchuk. Back to Sillinger now. We'll clear that one into the corner. It's Mermis now fighting alongside Pinelli. Banked off the boards, then Domi. To the right side, Matthews. Matthews to center. Backed in then by Waugh. And over then for Domi here in the corner. Domi battling alongside Smith. Matthews there as well. Domi wins the battle. Pass in front. And Nyes tried getting a shot on there that was broken away. And now thrown back up to the point. Toronto with some room. A shot. Goes wide of Greaves and back down low then for Domi. Domi, pass in front. Matthews can't get to it in time. He'll fight for it in the corner. It's played ahead then by Pinelli. Kept in by the Leafs. And Pinelli will get it back and clear it back down low. Another chance and saved by Greaves as a shot from Matthews goes into his chest. And some battles here in front. Shots are 13-7. Still no goals. It's been one of those games, folks. It's been one of those games. It's a 15 on the jersey, by the way. It's 15. It only shows the 5, but it's a 15. Face-off now in the Columbus zone. It's Brendan Gaunce. Will get kicked out now. Coming in as Aston Reese against Waugh. Face-off won by the Maple Leafs at the point. Ekman-Larsson shoots it. It goes wide of Greaves now on the right side. Riley battling for it down low alongside Severson. Waugh trying to get that one free. Still battling for it. Banked off the boards, then down low. Robertson to the right side. Waugh down low. Robertson feeds it up to the point. Ekman-Larsson shoots it. And saved there by Greaves on the right side. Picked up then by Gaunce. Puck goes up in the air. Waugh tries getting to it there. Gaunce will clear it out to center. And the Maple Leafs will get it right back. And a whistle is blown here for offsides. Maple Leafs are getting chances. They're getting time in the offensive zone. They're getting shots on goal, and that's important. That is very important for a team like Toronto, who lacks that at points, and it's good to see they're getting those opportunities here in the middle frame. Here's Tavares now facing off against Fantilli. Blue Jackets win the draw. Fantilli drops it back. Now Werenski on the right side will break it through center. Dumps it down low. Fantilli behind the net. Tries passing it in front to Johnson. It's blocked by Benoit in the corner now. Voronkov trying to feed that pass in front. Nylander steals it back. William Nylander to Cowan. It goes through his legs, and Provorov steals it now down low behind the net. Werenski battling alongside Nylander. Nylander in the corner to Tavares. Tavares waits. Down low, up to the point. And it comes out of the zone. It'll be an offsides against the Leafs. With 16 minutes left to go in the second period. Tied at zip. Zip, nada. Again, 14 other games going on in the NHL tonight. We will be doing 2 of them. We have Senators and Golden Knights later tonight. That'll be a fun matchup. And that will be the last stream of November. Puck is cleared back down low into the Toronto zone. It will be an icing against the Blue Jackets again. Face-off here again in the Columbus zone. Banked off the boards. Matthews keeps it in. Shot down low. Domi in front. And a good chance there. Nyes nearly got the shot on just a little bit too late. That would have been a nice play if they could have converted that. Here's Nyes now. Feeds it up to the point. Intercepted. Racing for it the other way is Sillinger. Sillinger with some speed. Drops it back to the point. Monahan! Saved by Woll. Puck's in the air in front. Sillinger battling for it. And Pinelli gets it back, and a whistle is blown for a hand pass. And nice play there by Sillinger to race that puck. Feeds a pass to Monahan, who is wide open on the right side, and gets the save there. Joseph Woll prevents that from being worse than it probably would have been otherwise. And a good chance there for Monahan is denied. Puck will come out of the zone for either a high stick or a hand pass. But regardless of that, it's still out of the zone. Face off. It'll be Lorentz versus Voronkov. Won by Lorentz. Maple Leafs bring it back down low. Benoit breaks it off the boards, then to the right side. Here come the Maple Leafs the other way. Lawton clears it down low. McCabe backhanded forward all the way into the Columbus zone. Now Greaves behind the net will play that one to the right side. Yarncrook at the point. Now McCabe, a shot. And it goes wide and picked up then by Werenski. Trying to clear that one to center. Now behind the net. Blue Jackets have it. Greaves to Provorov. Provorov waits. Feeds it to Fantilli. Fantilli racing through. Back then down low. Picked up again then by Columbus. Voronkov to Fantilli. Trying to clear that one out to center. And Provorov will try and backhand it down low, but it's cleared away. Leafs have the puck. Benoit. Now they regroup in their own zone. McCabe. Off the boards then Waugh. Back for McMahon. And a whistle is blown here for an offsides against Columbus. Shots are 14-8 in favor of the Blue Jackets here in the second period. Some chances here for both sides, but no goals so far. We're almost halfway through the game as a whole. Sorry, guys. I wish I picked a game with more goals. I always do that, don't I? It's going to be like a 3-2 game, ain't it? Puck drops out to the Toronto zone. It's dumped back into the Columbus zone. Greaves now on the right side. Toronto plays it forward. At the point, Stetcher. Cleared into the corner now. It's Robertson waiting. Will backhand it behind the net. And now battling for that puck is Zach Aston Reese. Will bank it out to center. Gauntz. Down low. Chinnikov. Battling for now Robertson on the right side. McMahon will take it back through center. Cleared into the Columbus zone. It'll be an icing here against Toronto. Less than 14 to go in the second period. Brennan Gauntz. There's Troy Stetcher, obviously claimed off of waivers a couple of days ago by the Maple Leafs from the Oilers. He was a defensive depth player on the Oilers Cup run last year. And converts from another, he was actually a former Arizona Coyote. So part of that. Here's a chance now. Severson shoots that one wide of Wall now on the right side. Holding that puck is Wood. Pass in front. Waiting. Over to the right side. Another chance, and it goes wide. And back up to the point. Matejchuk. Over to Severson. Pass back to Aston Reese. Now Matejchuk a shot. That one goes wide. They rush to keep it in the zone. Severson keeps it in there. Lundestrom waits to Severson. Shoots it! And it's blocked in front there. Now Robertson will bank that one off the boards back into the Columbus zone. 13 minutes left in the middle frame. Matejchuk feeds a pass to center. Oliver Ekman-Larsson. Waiting for it now is Cowan. Cowan waits in front. Save there by Greaves. On the right side now, Nylander gets it back. Nylander waits. Throws it down low to Ekman-Larsson. Ekman-Larsson now behind the Toronto net. To the right side, Tavares. Tavares. The Blue Jackets are keeping them to the outside. Riley a chance. and it goes back behind the net. Maple Leafs get it back. Riley now down low, battling for it. Monahan to center. Leafs wait. Monahan to Nylander in front. It's tipped off of Riley's stick. Back down low behind the net. Cowan to Riley. At the point. Nylander holds it. Gets tied up there quickly now down low and picked up by Sillinger here. He'll move through center. Sillinger to Monahan. Monahan trying to feed that one back. Waiting for it here. Cleared now behind the net. Back out to center ice. Ivan Provorov holds it here in the Columbus zone. Taking it in then is Werenski now on the right side. Cleared behind the net. Back over then for Domi. Domi feeds to center. It's kept in by Columbus. Fantilli in front. Voronkov. Werenski back to Fantilli. Wait, shoots it. And back wide of the net. And over. Voronkov now at the goal line. Jabs it in there on Wall. He'll make the save. And puck goes up in the air and out of play. So 11:22 into the, or 11:22 left in the second period. And the still tied at 0 apiece here. Shots are 15-9. Thank you all for tuning in. I appreciate it. You can subscribe down below if you're new. Not 15-80. No. Oh, what just happened? Goddamn. Computer is a little laggy today. How's the quality, guys? How's the quality? Hi, Cadence. Well, since you're in here, you know, we don't do shout-outs usually, but I did want to give a happy birthday to my girlfriend. She turns 18 years old tomorrow on American Thanksgiving, ironically enough. It's funny because she says to me, she's like, I want to do things on my birthday. Well, too bad, you're going to get Thanksgiving. But anyway, happy birthday, Cadence. There's not a lot of things that I love doing more than streaming. And you are one of those things. You're probably my favorite thing to do. So I love you. I hope you have a great day tomorrow with me and my family. And enjoy being 18, like me. And enjoy your last couple months, because once you get out of high school, it really hits you that you're not a kid anymore. And it really does hurt. But happy birthday, Cadence. I love you. There's my shitty speech there, but I hope you have a great birthday tomorrow. And hope you had a great dinner tonight, because I know you're out with your family while my bum ass is here streaming in my basement. We're going up to our family for Thanksgiving this weekend, so that's why we're not streaming. Otherwise, I might be. I don't know. Whatever. Luca Pinelli's parents are in the booth. It's pretty cool. Face off here in the Toronto zone, won by the Leafs, now through center. Waugh will bring it through. It's intercepted then by Columbus, and they'll take it back the other way, back into the Toronto zone. It's an icing against Columbus. I am hot. Hot, hot, hot. Face-off here in the Columbus zone is won by the Blue Jackets. It's cleared out to center. Johnson to Voronkov. Johnson battling forward on the right side. Nylander trying to get that one through. Here comes Tavares. Tavares down the right side. Cleared into the corner. Now it's Brendan Smith. Thrown in front of Tavares to Ekman-Larsson. A shot. And it's blocked there by a Blue Jacket. Here they come the other way. Johnson feeds a pass up down the other way. Racing for it is Voronkov into the Toronto zone. And broken up there by Maple Leafs. Quickly passing from Fantilli. A chance. What a stop by Joseph Woll. Oh, my Lord. The first real chance for Fantilli tonight. And what a stop. And they have kept Fantilli at bay, that being Joseph Wall. He's played phenomenal. Another icing here against Columbus. Oh, I am so freaking hot. Sweaty. So 14 other games going on in the NHL tonight. Face-off. Cleared all the way back into the Toronto zone. It'll be an icing against the Blue Jackets again. Shots are 15-9 here halfway through the first period. No goals scored. There's only been one other time where there have been no goals scored through 2 periods of play. And that was Detroit and St. Louis. Back in April of 2025. The Blues won that game 2-1 in overtime. But there were no goals scored till the 3rd period. It was a good game, though. Some games where it's 0-0 can be really good. But they can also be absolutely terrible. Here come the Leafs now through the zone. Domi feeds it in front. And Matthews can't get that clear pass. Ekman-Larsson to the right side. Now Domi waits, shoots it. And it goes wide of Greaves and out of the zone. 9:40 to go in the second period. Columbus through their own zone. Dumps it down low. Stetcher. Here now on the right side, it's Nyes will look for the puck. And move that one through center. He'll deke around Aston Reese. Brings it into the zone. Goes through. Puck is up in the air and kicked away then by the Blue Jackets. Ivan Provorov. Behind the Columbus net. Now to Werenski, who moves it through center. Werenski to Chinnikov, a shot. It goes wide. Now down low to the point. Gonce to Werenski on the right side. Werenski to Provorov. Provorov down low here and now in the corner. Gonce trying to battle for that one now. It's cleared back up to the point. Chinnikov waits to Provorov. Provorov drops it back to Werenski. Up to the point, a shot. And it goes wide. And kick back then for Waugh, who will try and clear the other way. But it's kept in the zone, though, by Toronto. Columbus still got it. Gonce to the point. Matejchuk to the right side. Into the zone. A shot. And Chinnikov goes off of Waugh and wide. Now on the right side, Matejchuk. Columbus with some good passing plays here. Chance in front, and Joseph Waugh covers that puck. Eight and a half minutes to go here in the second period. Some chances for Columbus, but nothing is coming of it. It's a 0-0 hockey game still through 32 minutes of play. Shots are 16-9. So both goaltenders have not allowed a goal here tonight. Which is so Columbus out shooting Toronto 16-9. Got the new microphone on the camera. Some people wonder, like, Nordic, what do you use for recording? I use a Sony HP7 camera with a microphone on the top. Got a little stand here as well. It's pretty nifty. It's way better quality than what I was dealing with prior. I do have to admit that it's way better quality than what I was dealing with prior. Oh my God. Face off here now in the Toronto zone, won by the Leafs. Benoit to center. Here come the Jackets the other way. They'll dump it into the Toronto zone. Now behind the net here, playing that one around is Fantilli. Pinelli feeds it back to center. Jackets here through the zone. Sillinger will try and bring that one in. Pass in front. And Monahan can't get that one through. Benoit now on the right side for Yarncrook. Calle Yarncrook now through center. Puck slid back then over as Sillinger will break that one down the right side. Pass to Monahan. Puck goes up in the air in front. And a save by Woll by Sillinger. As Sillinger hit that puck in the air. And Monahan was hit to the ground. And he looks like he is in some discomfort. We'll see the play. I was focused on Sillinger. I know he did go down. He hit that puck up in the air with his hands. Sillinger hit that one from in the air and can't really see Monahan on this play. He gets triple teamed by Toronto. And reminder, they always play that in slow motion. Imagine that at full speed. He got hit by like 3 different Maple Leafs on that play. Face off here now down low in the Toronto zone. Maple Leafs pick it up now on the right side. Nylander throws it back behind the net. Morgan Riley with it now to Tavares. Thrown to center. Kept in though. And cleared away as I say that. Werenski to Provorov. Back to Werenski. Werenski trying to break it out. Here's Johnson. Johnson with speed. Brings it in. Waits. Will take that one now behind the net. Still holding the puck. Werenski now down low. Pass in front. Voronkov save. Rebounds there in front. And it's kicked away then by Toronto and cleared all the way down the other way. Racing for it then is Cowan. And Provorov breaks that one up as it slides back out to the neutral zone. 7 minutes to go here in the first period. Here's a chance. Voronkov, 3-on-1 Werenski to the front, a shot. He scores! Zach Werenski, welcome back. He breaks the ice. It's 1-0 Columbus, and there goes that cannon. Zach Werenski, returning from injury, breaks the puck into the zone. A nice little shot from the point as Columbus gets the puck moving around in their offensive zone. A good play by Voronkov. It all starts out with him. He pushes that one to Fantilli. Back to Werenski on the right side. And he shoots that one. Low glove on Joseph Woll. It's a 1-0 Blue Jackets lead here in the second period. Assists on that goal are going to be credited to Voronkov and Fantilli. Oh, no! No! It's going to be called back! Oh, Kent Johnson's offsides. Oh, no. Well, you can forget about that. Oh, no. Oh, it was such a nice call, too. No! Fudge. Oh, I did a nice job calling that goal. Yeah, that's coming back. That's got to come back. I even just put it to 0. That's got to come back. No? That has to come back. So Kent Johnson, when they break this puck into the zone, is very clearly offsides. It shouldn't really even be a question. And now they're going to official call here. Yep, no goal. There you go. So, unfortunately, Kent Johnson goes offside. Zach Werenski had a really nice goal on that play. But it is sadly called back. And the game will stay at 0-0 here in the second period. And yeah, that is offsides very clearly. Very clearly. And I wondered for a second, wait, why are they calling this back? And then I see, yeah, Kent Johnson was a mile offsides. So face-off will come here outside of the Toronto zone. We are still at a 0-0 deficit here in the second period. Here's Domi now trying to feed that one out to center. Lundestrom back to Werenski. Drops it back then for Provorov. That's unfortunate, but it is what it is. Werenski back to center. Matthews clears back then for Domi. Domi racing for it now alongside Provorov. They'll battle for it here on the right side. Kick back up to the point. Benoit to McCabe. McCabe shoots it. Tipped in front. Save. Rebound on Greaves. They're jabbing at that puck. And Greaves holds it. What a stop by Jet Greaves. And some shots on goal for Toronto. They have not had a lot of them here in this game. Thank you all so much for tuning in. I really appreciate it. If you're new to the channel, subscribe if you're new. It'd be greatly appreciated, of course. And a good bounce there off of a Leaf. And I don't even know if that was an actual shot on goal. It might have just been a lucky bounce. They haven't given Toronto a shot yet. Face-off coming here now in the Columbus zone. It's 6:26 remaining in the second period. Puck is cleared way out of play. And hopefully that fan is okay. Cleared back down now to the right side, out to center. Maple Leafs will regroup with the puck. Here's Waugh now on the right side, down low in the Toronto zone. We'll look for it now, Stetcher. Thrown to center. We'll bank that one off the boards now. Waugh trying to bring that one in. Broken up then by Columbus. 3-on-2 the other way. Through the zone, Sillinger to Pinelli. Pinelli shoots it, tipped in front. Saved by Woll. It's right there. They absolutely ram Monahan, and now there's some fisticuffs being thrown. And we'll go to commercial break. And Pinelli with a shot on goal there was tipped in front by Sillinger. Wall had it under his chest, and Waugh just rams Monahan into his goaltender, and the Blue Jackets did not like that. 5:51 left to go here in the second period. It's still 0-0. Shots are 18-10 in favor of Columbus. Frustrating, to say the least. That was a nice goal by Werenski that turned not so nice. Stupid game. I have Nerds gummy clusters. Forgot these were in my bag. So 5:51 remaining here in the second period. No penalties here in this middle frame so far. It's a 0-0 hockey game. Still no goals scored here in this contest tonight. Sean Monahan back on the ice. He's looking to get a goal here against a team he knows pretty well. Played for Montreal, played for Calgary. Face-off is broken up then by Toronto. Benoit now inside of the Maple Leaf zone. Will clear that one out to center. Sillinger picks it back up. He'll try and drop that one back. It'll come out of the zone. Severson to the right side then. Thrown back over then for Pinelli. Pinelli will bang it back down low. Maple Leafs get it back to center. Nylander to Tavares. Tavares trying to bring that one in. Pass to Pinelli through center. He misses it just barely. And it will slide back into the Maple Leaf zone. Benoit waits. Moves the puck through the zone. Will bank that one back down low behind the net. Tavares feeds that one up in front. Blue Jackets get it back. Fantilli tried clearing that one way down the other way. That would have been a nice play if they could convert that. Here's Voronkov now on the right side. Voronkov pass in front. And Fantilli can't get that shot. Another chance. And Severson shoots that one wide. Here's Matejchuk now. Here in the zone for Columbus. Matejchuk holding it here for the Blue Jackets. Johnson through center now. Werenski brings it in, shoots it. And that one is wide and high. And now Johnson here with some room. Johnson shoots that one and it goes off of Ekman Larsson's stick and out of play. And another frustrating sequence there for the Blue Jackets. They're getting shots on, but they can't find a way to beat Joseph Woll. And when they are, it's not even legal. And neither team is seemingly having a lot of luck here in this one. Face-off again in the Maple Leaf zone with 4:20 left. One back then by Toronto. Benoit to Nyes. Nyes feeds it all the way down the other way. Racing forward is Domi. Greaves comes out of the net to play it. Now down low here is Lundestrom. Thrown back to center. And Toronto brings it in. Domi on the right side. Pass in front. It's broken up there by Provorov. Domi keeps it in. Thrown forward. In front is Matthews. He almost got a shot on, but was tied up there down low. Domi will clear. Delayed penalty here for Columbus. And there you go. Toronto regroups now with an empty net. Here's Matthews. Will take it through the zone. Riley brings it in. Pass over then to Matthews. He'll drop it back. Austin Matthews waits. Fires it. Tipped in front. It goes down low. Pass in front. Saved by Greaves. What a stop by Jet Greaves on Matthew Nyes. The whistle is blown. And the Maple Leafs will get their first power play of the game. It comes off of a tripping call against Miles Wood on Austin Matthews. And Toronto will go to the power play. 3:34 remaining. The Blue Jackets will head to the penalty kill. The Maple Leafs will get their first power play of the night. And the first one of the period overall. Face-off here now won by the Blue Jackets. It's cleared back out to center. Kept in by Nylander. What a play. Here's Tavares now on the right side battling for it alongside Matejchuk. Thrown back down low. Columbus will get it back. And they will clear it down the other way. 1:40 left to go here. Now Matthews will bring it back down low. Austin Matthews drops it back. Nylander through center now to the right side. Nyes gets tied up there quickly. Battling alongside Guntz. Still tying it up here on the wall. Monahan banks it off the boards. Kept in though by the Maple Leafs. Tavares now on the right side. Cowan to Matthews. To Nylander. Nylander waits to Matthews. Matthews at the point. Nylander holds. Moves to center. Shoots it. It's blocked off of Monahan. They'll try and clear it. It's kept in by Toronto. A battle forward here in the corner. Cowan Slides it up to Matthews at the point. 55 seconds to go on the power play. Matthews to Cowan. Cowan waits to Candling, shoots it. It goes off of a Blue Jacket. Now Matthews on the right side fires that one. It's blocked. Here's Tavares. Tavares to Nylander. Nylander to Matthews. A shot. Save. Rebounds there in front. They jab at that puck. It's cleared back down low. Godse will clear it the other way. A nice clear there. 2 minutes to go in the period. 20 seconds to go on the power play. Matthews drops it back. Domi to Morgan Riley. One last push here. Waugh brings it in. Pass up to the point. Ekman Larson to Domi. Domi to OEL. OEL to Domi. Domi waits. 5 seconds left. Ekman Larson, a shot. Saved by Greaves. The power play is over. Maple Leafs still have room, though. Ekman Larson, pass down low, intercepted. Here they come the other way. It's a 3-on-1. Racing it into the zone. It goes off of a player and back down low to the corner. 1:20 to go. Here's Waugh. We'll bank that one back down low. Nicholas Waugh battling forward with the puck. Werenski behind the net then for Fabro. Right side, Yarncrook battling for it. Lorentz trying to get that one back in the corner. Lorentz will get that one free. Less than a minute to play. Trying to move that one to center. Waugh gets it back. Drops it up to the point. Down low here now, Yarncrook. Regroups to Lawn, a shot. Glove save by Greaves. 42 seconds left in the second period. Still no goals scored here in this middle period. Face-off will stay inside of the Columbus zone with 40 seconds to play. Matthews versus Coyle. Face-off won here by the Maple Leafs. Riley throws it down low then for Lorentz on the right side. Lorentz waits, shoots it, and off of Greaves, and he will cover that one up. Some pushing and shoving here. As Scott Lawn getting at it there. Thank you all for tuning in. Please subscribe. If you enjoy the content, it'd be greatly appreciated. We are trying to get to 4,000 subscribers by the end of 2025. We are 150 away. .4 seconds left. Shots are 18-15. Face off is won by Toronto. They can't keep it in the zone. Puck will slide out now. Columbus will get it back. Coyle to Lundestrom. Lundestrom breaking it in. Waits. Will look for options. Up to the point to Provorov. It slides out of the zone with 15 seconds to go. Werenski to Lundestrom. He'll dump it in. It'll come all the way around then for Ekman Larson with 10 seconds to go. Lundestrom now down low. Stolen back then by Matthews. One last push here for Toronto. 2 seconds and 1, and that will do it for the middle frame. For the second time in a Watch with Nordic live stream, we will head into the third period scoreless, as no goals scored in that middle frame. Shots are 18-15 in favor of Columbus. But it's a 0-0 game here heading into period number 3. That being said, folks, it is intermission time. Go get a snack. Go get a drink. Do what you got to do. We'll be back for the start of the third period momentarily. Well, this has been a game of all time, for sure. It's certainly been a game. That's definite. It's been a good one for for both sides, though. I feel like Columbus has been the better team. Toronto did start to pick it up there in that middle frame, so you like to see that, I suppose. How's the quality, guys? Quality good? Questions? Pick a number between 1 and 1,000. 1 and 1,000. Primo chops? What? Yeah, we'll look around the league. Let's go look around the NHL at the other scores that are going on tonight. There are 14 other games going on. Red Wings 2-1 Detroit. James Van Riemsdyk and DeBrincat score and make it a 2-1 lead for the Red Wings. Flames and Lightning, 4-0 Lightning still. Flyers and Panthers, 2-2. Michkov, Andre, and Verhaeghe score the goals in that second period. Devils and Blues. Nico Hischier ties the game at 2 apiece. Bruins and Islanders. Tanner Jeannot scores in that second period to make it a 2-2 hockey game there. Penguins and Sabres, 2-1 Penguins. Brian Rust and Jack Quinn score. Caps and Jets, Ovechkin picks up his 11th goal of the year. Gabriel Velarde scores 2. It's a 3-2 game in that one. Rangers and Hurricanes, Panarin and Gostisbehere score in that game. And then, obviously, Hawks and Wild just started. It's 0-0 in that one, 10 minutes in. And we still wait for our first goal in this one. It's been a very boring game. We'll be live for Senators and Golden Knights as well. Oh my goodness. I gotta figure out what's wrong with the stream. It's so laggy. Oh my god, my tongue's orange. Oh my god, bro, all I did was H. Fuck. Whatever. Oh my goodness. Again, we'll be live later tonight for Senators and Golden Knights. That's the other game on the docket for tonight's streams. Oh, I'm gonna put on this sweatshirt. I'll be back in a second. All right. Turn on the fan as well. So back for the start of the third period in about 5 minutes or so, it says. So, very uneventful game, it seems like. It feels like it could be one of those next goal wins type of situations here. It certainly feels that way. All right. Getting ready for the start of the third period in just a moment. Couple more minutes here. Okay, ready for the start of the third period here at the end of this commercial break. It looks like Reading off the stats through these 40 minutes of play. Shots are 14-8 in favor of Columbus, or 18-14 in favor of Columbus. Face-off percentages, Toronto leads that at 54.8%. They've won 23 of the 42. Power plays, both teams have not scored on the power play. Toronto is 0 for 1, Columbus is 0 for 3. Hits in this game are 16-13 Toronto. Block shots are 11-6 Toronto. Giveaways are 11-11. Takeaways are 5-4 Toronto. So again, as I said, at the end of the period, don't know what just happened there. There have only been one other game that had a scoreless score after 40 minutes of play, and that was between the Detroit Red Wings and the St. Louis Blues back in April 1st of this past year. And again, obviously, St. Louis took that game away 2-1 in overtime. So maybe this game is the same result of that. It seems like both these goalies have settled in. They've both played a really well-rounded game. And we'll see if that can sustain itself here moving into the third period. Shot attempts are 45-30 in favor of Columbus. And we'll get prepared here for the start of the third period in just a moment. Jody Shelley talking to Mike Haviland, the Columbus assistant head coach. Won a cup with Chicago in 2010. And we'll get ready here for the start of the third period in just a moment as these teams come onto the ice and get ready to get started here. Thank you all so much for tuning in. Here we go. The third and final period, maybe, between the Blue Jackets and the Maple Leafs is underway. Face-off is won then by the Blue Jackets. Provorov now on the right side. Feeds the pass over to Werenski. Werenski now moves it through center. Will clear that one in down low. A shot tipped in front. And Werenski, a good chance there, was denied. Back on the right side, here's Matthew Knies now with that Toronto puck. Knies back to Morgan Rielly behind the Maple Leafs net. Rielly to the right side to Ekman Larsson. Will send a pass to center. It's broken up then, and racing for it into the zone is Monahan. It's cleared away then by Toronto, and they'll race for it the other way. Knies, 3-on-3. Will bank that one into the Columbus zone. At the point now, Rielly will shoot that one wide. And again, we're still looking for the first goal tonight. We have not seen a goal yet here in tonight's game. It's been scoreless. There was a goal that was scored by Zach Werenski, but it was called off. Here's Nylander now, dumping it down low into the Columbus end. Monahan fighting for it here on the right side. Severson back then to Pinelli. Pinelli will bank that one down low into the Toronto zone. McCabe now behind the net, battling for it alongside Benoit. Puck goes up in the air, a shot! And a chance there for Johnson goes wide. And now Pinelli here on the right side to Severson. At the point with Mateychuk, banks it back down low behind the net. Now Pinelli is on a line with Fantilli and Johnson. That's pretty cool. Here comes Scott Lawn now down the right side. Got the puck poke checked away from him. They'll battle for it here now in the corner. Fantilli also getting a battle for it here too. Severson behind the net will clear that one down low. Mateychuk to Johnson will get that one through center. It's stolen back then by Lorentz, and he will dump that one back into the Blue Jackets' end. Steven Lorentz now behind the net. Back then from Mateychuk on the right side. Here's Severson banking it off the boards. Will backhand that one out to center. And now the Blue Jackets will regroup. Mateychuk To the right side, it's banked off the boards then quickly by the Jackets. Puck slides back into the Toronto zone. Fabro on the right side, then the Mermis. It's stolen back then by the Leafs. And cleared all the way out to center. Racing for it then is Waugh. Banked off the boards then McMahon will dump it into the zone. And Columbus will look for options. Gauntz now clears back into the Toronto end. It's Morgan Rielly. Rielly will bank that one off the boards here. Comes all the way back into the Columbus zone. Off the boards here now, Smith. Again in his Columbus debut. Intercepted. Here's Tavares. 2-on-1 with McMahon. Tavares a shot. Save. Rebounds there in front. What a stop by Jet Greaves. Pass to the point is intercepted. And Coyle will clear it. But the Leafs get it back. Tavares now on the right side. Battling alongside Coyle. Coyle does get to that puck. And draws it down low in the Maple Leaf zone. Nylander battling for it now in the corner. Will feed that one up in front. Tavares tries going for it. And he will clear that one out of the Maple Leaf zone. Blue Jackets get it back. Werenski dekes in with that puck to the right side. Sillinger. And a save by Woll now down low. Breaking it free then is Ekman Larsson. On the right side is Cowan. Will feed that one to Matthews. Matthews brings it in now down low. Austin Matthews here on the right side will take it behind the net. Tried to slide that one in front now. Domi banks it off the boards on the OEL who shoots it. It goes off of a Blue Jacket in front. And it wasn't Greaves. Puck does slide in on him though, and he will make the save and cover up. Shots are 19-16 here in favor of Columbus. There's been chances for both sides, but still no goals. Thank you all for tuning in. I appreciate it. Again, if you're new to the channel, it would be so appreciated if you would subscribe down below. We are grinding our way to 4,000 subscribers. Showing off John Tavares here, playing in his 1,206th NHL game. Pretty great accomplishment. Probably still has another 200 in him, maybe more. Matthews now versus Coyle. He will come out of the circle. Now Lundestrom will move in, and the faceoff is won by the Jackets. Severson clears out to center. Racing forward with speed is Miles Wood. Down low then, battling alongside OEL. Will slide it into the corner. And on the right side, Coyle tries getting it down low then to Domi on the right side. Picked up then by OEL in the Toronto zone. Rielly will move the puck through center, or at least try to. It's cleared back down low. Matejchuk backhands it around. Coyle will race that one here through center. Coyle to the right side. Poke checked away then by McCabe. As Toronto nearly had a chance there. Now Matthews on the right side. Stolen back by Wood. Will clear out to center. Benoit gets it back. Brings it down the right side. They have control here in the Toronto zone. It's broken away then by Columbus. And they will clear it down the other way. Benoit on the right side. Feeds a puck in the air. It's gloved by Greaves. And they'll just blow the whistle, as there was no options there for Greaves to pass to. So he will just simply keep it in his pad, which is smart. Which is actually very smart. Adam Fantilli, 4 shots on goal tonight, 9 attempts. Has played 14 minutes tonight. And rightfully so. Face-off here now won by the Maple Leafs. Stolen back then by the Blue Jackets. Fantilli now brings it through center. Fantilli down the right side. Loses it. Drops it back for Werenski in front of Johnson. And he can't get it over to him in time. Now here comes Tavares. Tavares with speed. Moves it into the zone. Shoots it. It goes off of Provorov. Back down low now. Tavares clears it back up to the point. Ekman Larsson to the right side. Cowan drops it back down low. A shot from Rielly is blocked in front and taken away then by Cowan on the right side. Stolen back then by Tavares. Intercepted by the Jackets. It's a 3-on-2 the other way. Into the zone. Werenski drops it back. Johnson in front. Fantilli! Saved by Woll. The Woll stands strong. The 20th shot of the game for Columbus is again denied. Still no shot. Still no goals in this one here, and we are 7 minutes into the third period. Face-off here now in the Toronto zone. It's McCabe who banks that one off the boards now to center. Lorentz battling alongside a Blue Jacket and taken back then into the zone. Lorentz dumps it in then down low. On the right side, it's Smith trying to play that one forward back to Sillinger. Sillinger feeds it over then for Pinelli. Pinelli to Monahan. What a play. We'll dump that one into the zone. It goes in on Wall. He'll make the save. And we'll get some pushing and shoving here. And we'll head to commercial break. 13:45 left here in the third period. It is a 0-0 hockey game still. Jesus. Why does it say first? It does say third. Sorry, guys. I don't know why I put the first period. And nobody bothered to call it out to me. It's the third period. Thank you all so much for tuning in. I appreciate it. We are in the lasting stages here of the third period. Still no goals. Apparently a report here out of Columbus. Fantilli and Boone Jenner talks about a contract being tabled until February. So that's interesting. They suck. How can they expect to win when they don't even get enough shots on net, less than 8 per period? Do you mean the Maple Leafs or the Blue Jackets? I think you mean the Maple Leafs. Yeah, I feel like it's not over, but it does feel like it is. It's not. Like, there's still plenty of time for them to come back from this deficit that they're in. But they got to start winning. And they haven't done that yet, so I don't know. No, it doesn't. It says it's third now. Monahan to the point now. Smith a shot. It goes off of Wall back down low. McCabe battling alongside Chinnikov. Chinnikov now behind the net. Looks to the point now to Fabro. Fabro waits, fires it. And off of the pad of Wall now on the right side. Wah feeds it back to center. Chinnikov on the right side will battle for that puck as well. Cleared back around now behind the net. McCabe to center. Maple Leafs try and get it back. Blue Jackets bank it off the boards. And it'll slide into the Toronto zone. And cleared out to center. Severson. Shots are 22-16 in favor of the Blue Jackets as the Leafs still regroup here. Morgan Riley will try and pass it through now. Matthews feeds it back to Domi on the right side. It's intercepted there. And back over for Matthews. Lundestrom trying to play it out of the zone. He will do so. Now Wood will battle for it. He still has the puck. Miles Wood down low. Looks in front. And that one deflects just away from Lundestrom's pads. Or Lundestrom's stick. Nyes trying to bring that one into the zone. Now Matejchuk behind the net. Stolen back then by Nyes on the right side as the Jackets will attempt to clear. They will do so successfully. Here's McCabe now on the right side. Jake McCabe. Through center. Back then for Nyes. Is intercepted by Provorov. To Severson. To Johnson. Johnson back on the right side. Voronkov to Johnson. Brings it into the zone. Fantilli dekes around. What a move. What a play. Save by Will. Rebounds there in front. The net is empty. And the Jackets can't get the puck back. Now Tavares through the zone. It's cleared away then by the Jackets. And the Maple Leafs will regroup. What's up, Bawn? How we doing? Tavares feeds it to center. Nylander waits. Stick handles the puck. Looks for options. Throws it up to the point. Larson, a shot. Tipped in front. Rebounds there. It's taken back away by Werenski. Fantilli down the right side will dump it into the Toronto zone. And Riley will hold that one. 50 minutes through this game. It's 0-0. Yarncrook battling on the right side. Lawn feeds it up into the zone. Lorentz to the point. Riley shoots it. And it goes wide. Sillinger cleared out to center. With speed, racing for it into the zone is Pinelli. In front! Saved by Wool on Monahan. And the whistle is blown, and we will get another face-off. Thank you all so much for tuning in. I really appreciate it. Please like the stream down below. It helps out with the overall engagement. Brings more people into this wonderful commentary. Also, subscribe if you're new. And if you like the content, it'd be greatly appreciated. Face-off here now in the Toronto zone. Won by the Jackets. Smith throws it to Chinnikov now at the point. We'll look for options here, trying to drop it back down low. And they'll still battle for it here. Now Robertson takes it back. Nick Robertson to McMahon on the right side. Smith battles for that puck. Gets his stick lifted there, and a whistle is blown for an icing. Oh no! A penalty! It's going to be against Chinnikov. A Maple Leaf power play is coming up here in the third period. It was away from the play. I didn't even notice it. And Toronto will get the first power play of the third period. Let's see this play. Ooh, yeah, it's right there. It's a slashing call there. It does look intentional. Face-off here now in the Columbus zone. Toronto will get their second power play of the game. Let's see if that can be the one that moves the needle here. Here's Matthews now, who brings it back into his own zone. Will drop it over then for Nylander. Nylander through the zone, skates it in, and cleared by Columbus. Halfway through the third period, still no goals have been scored. Austin Matthews moves it through center. Matthews drops it back to Nylander. To Cowan. Back to Nylander. Nylander to Matthews on the right side. Austin Matthews to the point. Nylander waits. Back to Matthews. Shoots it. Save. Rebounds there in front. It's kicked back to the corner. Here's Cowan. Down low, Tavares. Tavares is intercepted there by the Jackets. They'll try and rush it down the other way. A pass up to Coyle. 3-on-1 the other way. Coyle moves in. Pass in front. Saved by one of the rebounds there. And Coyle can't tuck it in. What a stop by Joseph Woll. A 3-on-1 on a power play. Short-handed. Robertson drops it back to Riley. And it's offsides. Holy crap, what a freaking game this has been so far. Kind of boring, but kind of interesting at the same time. Both goalies have locked it in. Toronto dumps it back into the Columbus zone now on the right side. It's cleared away then by the Blue Jackets. Miles Wu will race for that puck, but Joseph Woll gets to it before anything can go wrong there. 20 seconds to go on the power play. Morgan Riley through the zone now. Robertson on the right side. We'll dump that one into the Columbus zone. Provorov will clear it around. Riley now down low. Over then for Gonce. Stolen back then by Waugh. Tipped off the boards then. Domi trying to get that one there behind the net. Now Provorov backhands that one up in the air. End of the penalty. Good kill by Columbus. A shot there in front. Save. Rebound is kicked away then from Greaves. Here's Riley now on the right side. Ekman Larson shoots it. Rebounds there in front. And a good stick lift there by Fantilli. Here's Riley. Another shot save. Domi a wraparound. It's right there. It went wide. Nicholas Waugh. How did he miss it? Seems like nobody wants to score tonight. Oh my gosh. Shots are 26-18. Some clapping here for Jet Greaves, who keeps this game scoreless. Blue Jackets move it through the zone. Sillinger with some room. Shoots it. Saved by Woll. The net comes off and the whistle is blown as Pinelli just flew into the net. Holy crap. What? Jesus. And suddenly, these last couple of minutes have been very interesting. We are still locked in at 0-0 here in the third period. 7:39 to go. And we'll see if we need extra time. We are really getting there, folks. We are. It's been one hell of a game so far. Seven and a half minutes to go. Shots are 27-18 in favor of the Blue Jackets. Both goalies in Joseph Woll and Jet Greaves are perfect so far tonight, but one of them cannot be. We will find out who that will be here in these last 7.5 minutes, maybe more. But it's been a very intense hockey game so far. Not a lot of stoppages. There's been some penalties. Some good back and forth moments as well. What a chance there by Nick Waugh to try and get that puck through. It was just barely off. Provorov a good wraparound. And if Waugh got that one through, Provorov, not a great look, but he did not. Face-off coming here now. It looks like it will be outside of the Toronto zone. It's Lund, Lorentz, and McMahon versus Fantilli, Johnson, and Voronkov. Face-off is won then by the Maple Leafs. McCabe will hold it behind the Toronto net. Benoit fed back down low to the Blue Jackets zone on the right side. Lund battling for it now. Cleared around. Picked up then by McCabe. Behind the net now, Matejchuk will backhand that one through. Trying to get that one back to center. 7-10 left here in the third. McMahon to Lawn on the right side. Puck slides out in front. Back up in the air then now. Picked up by Lawn on the right side. Shoots it. Glove save by Greaves. Shots are 28-18 here in favor of Columbus. 0-0 score. Less than 7 minutes to play in the third period. Again, a lot of whistles, it feels like. Matthews versus Coyle now. It's almost 9:40 and we still got 6 minutes to play. Face off. Is won back then by the Maple Leafs. Ekman-Larsson, a shot, goes up in the air and back down low. Kicked around then, Nyes tried getting a shot off. Werenski battling forward here in the corner. Puck breaks free to the point that Ekman-Larsson shoots it. It goes wide and back now behind the net. Nyes battling for it. Down low. Domi throws it up to the point. Intercepted then by Columbus. It's a 3-on-2 the other way. Wood drops it back. Werenski, he scores! That one counts! Zach Werenski, the go-ahead goal. It's 1-0 Columbus with 6.5 minutes to play. His return from injury. Zach Werenski had a goal called off in the second period, and he breaks the scoreless tie with less than 7 minutes to go. And the Jackets lead 1-0. And no offside on that play for sure. That's the final verdict. Werenski assisted by Miles Wood. His 8th goal of the year, and suddenly it's a 1-0 lead here for the Blue Jackets in the third period. Around the right side now, Tavares feeds it in front, stolen back then by Matejchuk. Matejchuk will bank it off the boards then to Pinelli. It's cleared back into the Toronto zone. 6 minutes to go. Cleared back down low. Matejchuk now on the right side, battling for that puck. Trying to bank that one off the boards. Sillinger waits. Trying to feed that one to the point. Cleared back down low then on the right side, McCabe. Battling alongside Pinelli. Nylander. Intercepted there by Benoit. Over for Cowan. We'll clear that one out to center. And Fabro will regroup here for Columbus. Dumped into the zone is Gauntz. Back then for Morgan Riley. Puck is cleared out to center. Here's Waugh. Maple Leafs have 5 minutes to score a goal. Here's Robertson, a shot save. Rebounds there in front. It's jabbed away. Now battling for it down low. McMahon behind the net. Bobby McMahon in the corner. Waugh tries feeding it up to the point. Here comes Fabro the other way. Fabro will dump it back down low. Behind the net, Morgan Riley with it to Waugh. Waugh waits. Final 5 minutes of play here in the third period. It's a 1-0 lead for the Blue Jackets. Puck will slide into the Toronto zone. It'll be an icing against the Blue Jackets. Wow. So Zach Werenski, his first goal in a commentary stream, his first point in a commentary stream as well. Remember, the Blue Jackets, we've only streamed them twice prior, and they've been shut out both times. So if you want to be technical, that is the first goal in Columbus Blue Jackets history in a live commentary stream that is in the game that we actually fully streamed. We did do one that was ended midway through due to my power going out. where Kirill Marchenko scored. But that game ended early. Here's Johnson, a shot. That one goes wide of Wall. On the right side, Werenski, another chance. That one's denied now. Back behind the net. Matthews to Nyes. 4 minutes to go here now. Keep an eye out for Joseph Wall. Nyes now on the right side looking for options. Fantilli drops it back now behind the net. Provorov. Down low. Will feed a pass to center. Back into the Toronto zone. It's an icing against Columbus. 3:42 remaining in the third period. Thank you all so much for tuning in. I appreciate it. If you are new to the channel, I would love it if you would subscribe down below. We're trying to get to 4,000 subscribers by the end of 2025. Coyle versus Tavares. Again, we will be live for Senators and Golden Knights. Here's Nylander, a shot. That one banks back down low. Now Cowan on the right side. Up to the point. Tavares on the right side. Goes around now behind the net. Will hold that puck, battling for it alongside Provorov. Chance in front. They score! Oh my lord. Easton Cowan. The game-tying goal. With 3:17 left, and ladies and gentlemen, we are tied. Oh, brother, I thought maybe Columbus was going to pull away with this, but Easton Cowan, his second NHL goal from Nylander and Tavares. And we are tied at 1. It's a quick one. Would I be mad if you hate commented on my TikToks before? No. No. Nah, you can have an opinion. That's fine. Everybody's right. Everybody has a right to have an opinion. And if you don't like me, that's fine. But no, I wouldn't hate you for that. A lot of people do. It's fair enough. It comes with making content. Puck is cleared now down low to the Toronto zone. 3 minutes to go here in the third period. Severson to the right side now to Coyle. Coyle feeds it in front. A chance. Save. Rebounds right there. And it's jabbed back down behind the net. Matthews now for McCabe. Cleared back out to center. Toronto battling forward here. Nyes dumps it down low. Nyes tied up there by Severson. Back from Matejchuk in the corner. Then to Matejchuk. Back then for Lundestrom. We'll drop it back. 2:20 left to go here in the third period. Provorov. Through center then as it's dumped into the zone by Sillinger. On the right side now, Monahan tries to feed it back to center. Tavares now with the puck. John Tavares. Through center then to Morgan Rielly. Rielly dumps it in then. A save by Greaves on the right side. Shots are 31-21 in favor of Columbus. Regardless of this being a 1-1 game, both goalies have played well. Werenski, a shot denied by Wall as well. Yeah, got to tip your hat to Joseph Wall if you're Miles Wood. Joseph Wall has been phenomenal here tonight. Both goalies have been very, very good. You look at Wall, 969. You look at Greaves, 952. Puck is cleared back out into the Columbus zone. Matejchuk now behind the net. 1:40 left to go in the third period. Fantilli dumps that one in down low. Now Wall on the right side. McCabe backhands it up outside of the zone. Provorov dumps it back into the Toronto end. Benoit Down low then on the right side. It's kept in the zone then by Provorov. Benoit behind the net. Lawn to McCabe. McCabe will dump that one in down low. Werenski. Back over then for Lundestrom. Last minute of play in regulation. Lundestrom tied up here in the corner. Trying to get that one free. Stolen back then by Matthews. Matthews to Ekman Larsson. Poke checked in the air then by McMahon. Goes down low to the corner. Matthews feeds it up to the point. On the right side then. Cleared around then behind the net. And Columbus will clear it out to center. 30 seconds to go here in the third period. Puck is cleared back into the Toronto end. Waugh to Nyes. Nyes trying to bring that one into the zone now. Matejchuk here will clear that one all the way around. Here's Luca Pinelli. 15 seconds left. Here comes Sillinger. Sillinger moves it in with some room. Throws it in front. A shot. Severson tips it just wide. It'll come all the way out of the zone back into the Columbus end. And ladies and gentlemen, we are going to overtime here in Columbus. That'll be the end of regulation. 2 goals in that third period. And it's shaping up to be very similar to the St. Louis and Detroit game back in April of 2025, where we saw a similar outcome, where it was 0-0 at the end of 40 minutes of play. You see 2 goals in the third, followed by overtime. And we're going to see some of that here tonight in Columbus. So Zach Werenski from Miles Wood and Easton Cowan from Nylander and Tavares. I love some OT. You know I do too, bro. You know I do too. That is Easton Cowan's first watch with Nordic point. His second NHL goal overall. It's also William Nylander's 17th point. And Tavares is 10th in a commentary stream. You look at prior years and prior players we've commentated goals for in overtime. None of them for Columbus. But we have commentated an Austin Matthews overtime goal. It was the second ever overtime goal in Watch with Nordic history. It came on December 10th of 2024. And remember, these two teams went into overtime back in Toronto, and Adam Fantilli scored the overtime winner in that game. We'll see if he can do that again here tonight. The last overtime goal came 2 Mondays ago. Olin Zellweger scored in an OT for the Anaheim Ducks against the Utah Mammoth. And that was the last one we saw. Stats through 60 minutes. Shots are 32-21. Power plays. Both teams are 0 for 2 and 0 for 3 respectively. Hits are 21-20. Overtime will start off with Charlie Coyle, Cole Sillinger, Zach Werenski on for Columbus, Easton Cowan, Jake McCabe, and Austin Matthews. Extra hockey here in Columbus. Jackets Leafs overtime. And we are underway. Faceoff is won by Toronto. They will bring it back into the Maple Leaf zone. Here's McCabe. Drops it back then for Matthews. Matthews moves it now through center, down the right side. Dekes it into the zone. He's got some room. Moves in front. And can't get the shot on. Cowan. To the right side then to Riley. Riley drops it back. Maple Leafs will regroup in their own zone. Matthews to Cowan. Cowan waits. Looks for options. Holds the puck. And is forced out of the zone by Werenski. Good play there by Werenski to force them out. And he knocks down Cowan to the ground, but Riley's right there for the puck. Morgan Riley battling for it down low. It's stolen back then by the Blue Jackets. Werenski up then for Sillinger. Sillinger moves to center. looks, shoots it, save there. The rebound is kicked away. He almost got that one, but had it stolen back. Here's a chance the other way. It's Cowan, a shot, and a save there by Greaves as his stick shatters onto the ground. Here comes Monahan now with speed. Monahan and Pinelli. Pinelli waits. In his first NHL game, by the way, Pinelli moves to center, shoots it, and a glove save by Joseph Wall. He will cover that puck. Shots are 34-22. And it would have been one hell of a story for Luca Pinelli to get his first NHL goal in an overtime. That would have been phenomenal. Joseph Wall a .971. Jet Greaves a .955. Faceoff will come here in the Toronto zone. It's won by Columbus. Provorov to the right side, holds the puck. Will come out of the zone to circle around and get some more time. 3:30 remaining here in overtime. Provorov moves it through center, drops it back to Pinelli. Pinelli for the center, a pass, and a save there by Wall. It's in his pads, and back then down low. Monahan now for Tavares. Tavares plays it back into the Columbus zone. Greaves will come out of his net to play it. Back to Provorov now on the right side. Ivan Provorov. 3-on-3 now the other way. Holds the puck. Circles back in his own zone. Pinelli to Johnston. Johnston in front then to Fantilli, a shot. And it's blocked there by McCabe. McCabe on the right side feeds it back up and out of the zone. Columbus will be forced to regroup. 2:50 left to go in the overtime frame. Fantilli drops it back. Johnston to Fantilli. It goes wide. All those fans jumped up to cheer, and for nothing. Maple Leafs get the puck back here in their own zone. 2.5 minutes to go in the overtime. Shots are 35-22. Matejchuk on the right side. Denton Matejchuk here through center. Drops it back. Johnston brings it into the zone. Johnson waits. Pass in front. Fantilli denied by Wall. He really wants it. Here's Nyes now to OEL. OEL back to center. Here come the Leafs back into the zone. Matthews circles around. Looks. Waits to center. And he's still stick handling that puck. Down low then for Riley. Riley will drop pass it back to Matthews. Matthews waits. Spinorama move. Gets tied up there by Johnston. Moves it to center. A shot. And it goes wide of Greaves. Less than 2 minutes to go here now in the overtime. Here's Matejchuk now on the right side. Matejchuk bank back up then for Johnston. He'll hold that puck. And give it back then for Lundestrom as they get to make a line change. Lundestrom. Waiting here now, will drop it back for Werenski. Back to Lundestrom. Lundestrom brings it in with some room. Pass in front to Miles Wood, and it's blocked there by Nyes. Werenski waits to Lundestrom. Lundestrom will come back out and regroup. Werenski dekes it into the zone. Will drop it back then for Monahan. Last minute of play here in the overtime frame. Monahan through center now to Fantilli. Fantilli waits. Pass to Werenski. Puck jumps up in the air, and now they try and send Toronto the other way. They will get it. Nylander. 2-on-1 the other way with Nyes. Nylander. Back to Nyes. Nyes to center. A shot. And a pad save there by Greaves. Nylander to Ekman-Larsson at the point. Ekman-Larsson waits to Nylander. 30 seconds to go in the overtime. OEL will circulate that puck. Looking for options. Back to Nylander. Waits in front. Matthews can't get around. Nylander now a chance. Shoots it. He scores! William Nylander clutches up on an out-of-position Greaves. And the Maple Leafs win in overtime. Another overtime goal for William Nylander this season. And the Leafs get the extra point. It's a 2-1 final score. Gotta be a frustrating effort there by the Columbus Blue Jackets. They played phenomenal. But regardless, the Maple Leafs and Nylander, they take advantage of an out-of-position Greaves. And the Maple Leafs win in overtime. That's Nylander's 11th goal of the season. And that will do it here tonight. Final score, Maple Leafs 2, Blue Jackets 1. Shots were 36-23 in favor of Columbus. But the Jackets get the win. That being said, guys, thank you all so much for tuning in. We're going to get ready for the next stream here. We have Senators and Golden Knights up next on the docket. Our stream time will start in 2 minutes. So that'll be it for me here tonight. Thank you all so much for tuning in. I appreciate